It's a lot of stuff. Yeah, y'all wanted me to make it quick in the sun, Cal. I'm sorry. Woo. That's okay. I'm ready whenever everyone else is. Ready? Okay. First of all, I want to thank everyone for coming out today. My name is Tammy Hawkins. I am your District 1 Councilwoman. I have a few talking points, and then I'm going to get into the budget from 2004 all the way to the budget present. Indoor pools can be used year-round, regardless of the weather. This is important for communities and experiences cold weather or hot summers. Outdoor pools are often usable during the winter months, which can limit access to swimming for residents. Indoor pools are safer than outdoor pools. They are less likely to be vandalized and used for criminal activities. They are also less likely used to be closed during the weather conditions. I've been doing some research. I adopted Algonquin Park when they did the rezoning. Algonquin Park has always been near dear to my heart, near dear to Keisha Dorsey's heart, who worked very hard to try to do everything that she could for Algonquin Pool, and so many other council members before myself. So when you have 3 Black leaders that have worked exceptionally hard to try to get this pool renovated, worked on year after year after year after year, to me, that's a problem. So for Tammy Hawkins, I've had a lot of constituents ask me, why are you allowing them to close the pool? No, the question is, why has this pool been underserved well before I got in the seat? Let's be clear. So it's time to stop putting Band-Aids on Algonquin, and it's time to hold them accountable for all these millions of dollars that should have been used way back in 2004 to be spent. So I've spoke with the mayor's office, who I also asked to be here today. I also asked the parks to be here today, and you see who showed up. So Tammy Hawkins is willing to be accountable for any park in my district. But I also have a lot of concerns. And it's not so much the concerns of the mayor that's there now. But let me talk a little bit about 2004 to 2005. There was a master plan that they spent $15,000 that they put in the budget. It didn't say where it was spent, but it was a master plan for Algonquin. I know for sure 2021 that there was $100,000 used for another master plan for Algonquin. So there we have it. For sure, 2 master plans that was designed for Algonquin, and still Algonquin looks the way that it does. It's unacceptable. 2004 and 2005, $1,612,000 was spent for all pools, but it was very vague. It didn't say how much was spent for Algonquin. In 2005 and 2006, $850,000 in repairs for pools. It didn't state which pools. In 2006 and 2007, $1,452,500 was used in the budget. What was left was $1,351,200. So I'm just wondering where this $66,800 was spent. Which I want to know which pools was it used for, because it wasn't used for Algonquin. So in 2005 and 2006, $350,000 in the budget for Algonquin. They also put $1,200,000 for renovations. I want to know, when did they use money to renovate this pool? And the reason that I'm fighting so hard for an indoor pool for Algonquin is because I just don't want to settle. I feel like we've been underserved for way too long. It's time to put the money in the West End. I understand that so many probably feel like, well, hey, they're going to tear it up. Well, guess what? If you put enough money in it, and if you hold the community accountable, which is the two guys behind me, born and raised in Algonquin, willing to be accountable, if this pool is made to a indoor pool to be here to protect this pool, you don't have to worry about cars being driven into the pool. Like the reason that they say that it's needed repairs, because people has taken stolen cars and ran them into the pools. You don't have to worry about that. I have a team of guys that are in this park every day. So I don't understand why taxpayers' dollars, are being determined by other people than the people in the community. It just saddens me. I serve over 30,000 constituents, and there's no pools that are going to be open that they can get to. It's very disheartening. Yes. Very disheartening. I'm going to ask that everybody that lives around here, I've been getting a million calls. People's been dropping stuff off to my office. Information. Information is powerful. It's so important that, swimming is important. People may think that it's not important to blacks, but it is. It gives them a quality of life to keep going. I will not lay down. I will not stop. I am not going to settle for just a regular pool. We've been underserved well too long. I don't know, and I can't speak on nobody before me. But one thing that I promised my constituents, and I've spoke to the mayor, he agreed that by Labor Day, that it'll be a bulldozer over here. I'm going to hold him accountable. If there is not a bulldozer back over here, I will call every news channel. I will call every constituent. But one thing that I will ask, don't ask me to do something that my constituents ain't going to do. I need y'all to show up. It's y'all's taxpayers' dollars that's so important. Also, what I'm asking parks for, with all this money that I got to try to do some, I like to talk and give facts. And it just wasn't enough time from the time that, that they told me that the pool was going to close to get and gather as much information. I only got to 2010. I'm quite sure it's more money somewhere that's sitting for this pool. We already got $2.5 million in ARP money. So I'm sure that they can find the rest of the money that's been up there since 2004 to make this be an indoor pool. We just don't want to keep putting Band-Aids on Algonquin. We deserve quality too. We want our pools to look just like Sun Valley, Mary T. Okay? We want our pools to look just like theirs too. Actually, we want our pools to look better. I've also heard that, I'm not sure about this, they have people that stay in the parks. Of course, if you got people to stay in the parks, they can protect the parks. Well, I'm going to ask that there's an office, a small office for these guys to sit in. if they don't feel like that this park can be zoned for a community center, at least they can put an office for these guys to help protect this park. So we have people that are willing to be accountable, for our youth, being that JCYC still isn't open, being that we have a lot of troubled youth out here that don't have a lot of directions. We ain't hiding behind that. We just asking for the same resources. That's it. So I'm crying out for help. I'm crying out for any sponsors out there that want to help sponsor Algonquin, that want to help bridge the gap for the community. These guys, I'm going to give these guys an opportunity to speak on just Algonquin and how Algonquin is near and dear to their hearts and how they're willing to help and assist. Also, I want someone from the swim team to come up to talk about just how important swimming has been in Algonquin Park. And then I'll touch on just a little bit about the compensation that the new administration has given me to give out to the constituents to compensate them for not being able to swim in Algonquin this year. But I'm also not going to allow the new administration to drag their feet. By Labor Day, I want a bulldozer over here. I want construction to start in Algonquin. So I'm going to give the mic to these two guys and let them speak a little bit about Algonquin, how long they've been over here in Algonquin, protecting this park, and what this neighborhood and what this park means to them.
All right, my name is Ed Robinson. Can you hear me? Yeah. All right, my name is Ed Robinson. I've been a part of in the Algonquin area for over 35 years. And we started this group just a couple of months ago, like 9 months ago, called ACU, just to try to get back to the community and let the young guys know that we got their back too, you feel me? And thanks to Tammy, she gave us a lot of information that we should probably work on and focus on. And that's all I got to say. We just have more action than talking.
Yeah, my name is Greg James, and I've been in the community for well over 40 years. And we see all the problems going around. It's not just in this community, it's kind of everywhere. But it's a group of guys, probably like 20 of us, that sit over here all day, give the same thing that we give our own kids, love and guidance. And they ask questions as well, too, like why we can't swim, why we can't help better basketball courts. But you see now the courts is nice or whatever, but they do like to do other things, too, like kickball games. And we over here every day, if not every day, somebody's over here every day, hands-on with the kids, and just giving back. And some of these kids is really looking up to us like uncles, fathers. We're not trying to be there. We're just trying to give the love back to the community. We're trying to help out the people that need to be helped. And that's our goal. Like, we do the 4th of July over here well over 15 years. And that's just a bunch of guys with no help, just going inside their pocket, having fireworks, free food for the community. And with the help of Tammy this year, it'll be better than ever. So we all on board with whatever's going on in this park. And as far as other parks too, it's just not this community, but we gotta make sure this community is looking like other communities as well. So we hands-on with it, back her, we support her, whatever. And we just want a better place for our kids, and that's what it's all about, mainly for the kids. So that's what we're here for.
Thank you. Is there someone here from the swim team? Can I get someone from the swim team just to speak on, how long you've been swimming over here and how this will affect and the name of the swim team?
Hello. We don't have a certain name for our swim team. We do Aqua Zumba. We used to do it on Saturday mornings. It's very important to me and a whole lot of people that couldn't be here for some reason, but not only did it help us, so much of the money that we paid to do it went to the neighborhood. Like if it was 50 of us that showed up, 20 kids got to swim free. Those kids are not going to get to do that, period. We're going to miss it a lot. because we enjoy swimming and we enjoy helping out the kids. It breaks my heart that the kids are not going to have somewhere to swim at. And it makes no sense. It seems like the West End is always, the little guy that gets pooped on, for lack of better words. I'm just saying, we need the pool. We black, but we like the pool just like everybody else. Thank you.
So now I would just like to speak on, I did meet with the mayor and I did meet with Parks. I'm going to give them a couple of weeks. I'm going to meet with them again. We're going to try to send, they've allotted me $100,000. And with that, I am going to I am going to try to send at least 150 kids with parents to Kentucky Kingdom. I am going to send 100 kids to the Y. I am going to try to send 50 kids to Southwick Community Center. And any other suggestions for swimming or programming of any of the constituents or community that it affects, feel free to call my office at 502-574-1101 for any other programming options. Right now, I'm working with Parks to make that happen. I'm going to give the new administration and Parks at least 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, if I don't have those passes, my next press conference will be giving out those passes to compensate those who were not able to swim this year in Algonquin. But I give you my word, and I'm definitely a woman of my word, because that's all I have. Renovation for Algonquin will start. So all the 2004 to now, whatever happened before I adopted this park, I'm not even going to go back on. But I'm ready to be accountable, and I'm ready to hold the new administration accountable to start the renovation and put the money where it should have been long before now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you tell us why the pool?
Oh, I'm sorry. I have questions.
Can you tell us why the pool isn't open now? Why is it not functioning properly? What is the deal?
Okay. Well, the deal is that they've had a couple of stolen cars that was ran into the pool. And by the time that they tried to get the part, summer would be over. So, mechanical reasons. That was the reason that they gave me. And I'm not quite sure. My question was, well, why didn't y'all start last summer, at the end of the summer? Why? Yes. There's been no momentum. There's been no, it just seems as nobody's been motivated. Like I said, I just got in this seat in January. And when they did the rezoning, like I said, I adopted Algonquin. But I will say wholeheartedly, I'm not quite sure if Chief Dorsey is out here, but Chief Dorsey fought really hard for Algonquin Pool, and things just didn't happen. Now she's at the mayor's office. Hopefully she can help, knowing that it seems like this has been a battle. It's just disheartening that it even has to be a battle to get a pool equal to Sun Valley, Ferdale. It just raises a lot of questions and concerns. But the bottom line, I just want to see Algonquin, a beautiful pool where youth, seniors, swim teams, all can come, and it will happen. Before my term, I promise you. And if it doesn't, I'm willing to be out here every day. I got time. I got time to be out here every day to get answers and hold people accountable on why Algonquin has still not started renovations. I will say that the mayor's office and the new administration promises me that they will work with me and that by Labor Day that there will be a bulldozer out here. I'm just going to hold them accountable. That's all I can do.
When you mention bulldozer, are you talking on that $6 million enclosed project, or would you just want it as it is but fixed and open? Is it an all or nothing?
I just don't want to keep settling. I think that the last administration, even the administration before then, this goes way back to 2004. There's been Band-Aids put on Algonquin. I would hope in good faith that the new administration, especially being that this is budget, this is the budget month, could find or allocate some more funds to make Algonquin an indoor pool. Then they don't have to worry about someone driving cars in here, or they don't have to worry. These are some concerns that a lot of constituents have, and that is that if it is a beautiful pool out here, then our kids going to start to climb the fence like they did before. In the middle of the night is something going to happen? Versus if it's indoor, you don't have to worry about that. It'll be locked up. There is no indoor pool in the West End. I just don't want to settle. I would rather go ahead and make it an indoor, beautiful pool. And we don't have to worry about the youth vandalizing. We don't have to worry about the continuous crime. We don't have to worry about kids that don't have anything to do. Why settle for 8 weeks of swimming when it can be long term?
But if he says to you, this is all we can do is fix this up, do you say, forget it, or do you welcome it?
What I do then is I get with my constituents. I get with my swim teams. I get with these guys. And I ask them what they want to see. I think that that's most important. If they feel, I say, let's stop settling. It's been okay. Since 2004, settling to put Band-Aids on something, spending over $100,000s of dollars just to repair a pool. Just think, from 2004, it's 2023. If all that money that they supposedly used to repair one pool, this could have been an indoor pool, don't you think? So I would say, hey, let's hold them and let's ask for an indoor pool, and let's just try to pull some money from different places. I think that we sit around way too long. I think we deserve an indoor pool. And if they say, well, hey, it's going to take us a year and a half, then I think that, I think that it's a compromise. I think that my constituents would be okay with that as long as the work has started.
Yeah. Do you have any additional programming that you would like to see within the indoor pool?
Well, that will come once we get that indoor pool. Once we get that solidified, I'm going to reach back out to the community. I'm going to get with the swim team. I'm going to get with these guys behind me, and we're going to decide. I'm a firm believer that the people that come in the park, I believe the people that use the park, they're owners of the park. I don't believe in boards that make decisions for a park that they never walk in. And I'm beginning to see that happen way too much. I don't think nobody should make decisions for a park that they don't walk in. So the constituents and myself, we need to make the decisions for the programming that needs to happen in the parks. And I'll work with the mayor's office, and I'll work with parks with what my constituents would like to see.
You're suggesting, though, in 2 weeks, we better hear something from the mayor in terms of this is a concrete outlook for what's going to happen. You want to hear 2 weeks?
Definitely. I want to hear in 2 to 3 weeks. I want to have passes in my hands to the Y for my swim team and wherever they can go, so they can continue their programming with swimming, the youth, the community centers. Okay. So we have a lot of people that use the pools. I think that since 2004, some of the reasons that they've decided to put Band-Aids on it is probably because they don't want to see the blacks in their pools. Well, guess what? This year they don't have a choice. We'll see how quick that they get Algonquin renovated. I have to call a spade a spade. So, I'm not settling for Band-Aids anymore. 2004 to 2023, it looks like that they've been putting Band-Aids. Well, guess what? Tammy Hawkins is not allowing any administration to put Band-Aids. And I will say, let me repeat, the new administration adopted this just as well as I did. So I would hope that they are on board with me moving forward. And they said they were. So again, we're trying to get passes. This is my ask. My ask was passes to the Y for camps. My ask was 50 free camp passes to Southwick. And anywhere from 100 to 150 passes to Kentucky Kingdom. So those are my asks. So we'll see if I can get that with $100,000. So, and if anyone has any other suggestions, they're more than welcome to give me those suggestions. And I'll send that ask to the new administration as well. Any other questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gab.
Hi. I know you want to get back to your live stream, but I want to take this minute to talk about Images by Patrick. Hi, I'm Patrick, and I've been a professional photographer for over 25 years, specializing in actors' headshots, professional headshots, family portraits, and much, much more. You can find me at www.imagesbypatrick.photography or find me on Facebook at Images by Patrick and get your image on. Now, back to your live stream.
If you do nothing else.
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 If you do nothing